Hello, this is Stock Daddy. Some are referring to me in the Discord. Anyway, I'm dealing with Spy today. I was going to do this over the weekend, but we've already hit pre-market, so because I was looking at this chop stuff thing here that it's just been kind of crazy and holding, but and I'm not satisfied with what it did here. Like it didn't. I don't know. It's not like I know the market makers were fighting for price and stuff here, but I mean, my my gut wants me to still think, the complete bearish outlook, which I still think is going to be bearish, where they're going to take it down here and then have some type of reaction off of it before going down, right? And that's the way I've been kind of counting it. Looks like a normal distribution type pattern, but when I was looking at it on the weekend, I started thinking, here we go, some ads. But they may react off of this and bring it up here, and this would be a real LPSY, like a real bull trap, getting people excited. So around 400, and then just drop it all the way down here before having a reaction and having a pretty decent one coming up. And the reason I started thinking about that was, if you look at the past, when they came down, this is like what I kind of expected, right? Which it could make that this morning, which I guess that would be about the height. So very similar to this height wise, but it didn't do as high as I thought it would before it came down, since it was doing that reaction. But you can see off of that reaction that it comes really hard down. So we kind of got the confirmation on the Moxie that we are going to go down eventually, but we may have a fake out today, which, if in all honesty, let's see, I'd say it's going to be around 400, almost even. We'll say like that. But I was in control of it. I would take, we'll call it the yellow route. I would take the yellow route because I would want people to start feeling bullish again before I pulled the rug out on them. And it's like one of those days. Yeah, we're going to go back into this upward channel, but looks to me like if anything, it's really showing a lot of weakness, and it would just be a complete fake out and then drop a hard one like this. And not that I do the fractal things very well, so just as an example of what the drop could look like from that height. It pretty much lines up with what, well, it would be a little bit worse than the previous one. Well, yeah, because I feel like they would come down and really hit this. Maybe it'd be the 70 area, so maybe we can almost base it off of that. We got this in there. So if it comes down, that might be the more accurate area there. Glad I did that. So yeah, that's the way I see it. I wanted to do this fast before market did completely open for you guys. And to me, the most likely is going to be this reaction down. And if you can see it, it comes pretty close to where this thing started up. So this would probably rebound up pretty high. I don't know how high, but So before coming down, and then yeah, there's really nothing stopping it after it. I mean, it's pretty much a free fall from there once we cross this line. So think about that when you're making your. If you sort of see it, there's plenty of time if you still want to feel bullish or whatever. You know, this is not showing any type of weakness quite yet. Nothing that makes me think in pre-market they're not going to push it up. Now, they may start the day where they kind of come down some to get the blue kind of sentiment, like they're going to follow through with this, and then reverse it and go up and get people all bullish and then sell into them. But so far, the yellow outlook is what I'm looking at now. I had previously looked at the blue, still could happen, or not gigantically, you know, till this got to like 396 pre-market. I wouldn't think the yellow is going to go through completely yet, and even then, it could still pull back to where we closed and then take off, just as a, you know, because most people are feeling bearish right now, feed into their bearishness first by buying up and then take it up, drop it all on them, blah blah blah. Yeah, but either way, it's both directions are down. So maybe a little bit more long term than I was thinking. So if it does this version here, that it will eventually be massive. You know, and then I don't see it stopping there. I mean, I see it just probably staying under this mid thing of the downtrend, you know, for the foreseeable future, getting down into the 200s. They're originally clearly thinking in his point and figure. He used as down and showed us going down into the 200s, and it was completely believable at the time for me. And the thing that sucks about point and figure is there's no time element to it, right? So, you know, you can get a kind of a price area and it can build upon it, but you can't really tell how long it's going to take. So there is a possibility of it gets a little breath today just to fake people out. And if I was them, that's what I would do. I'm just going to delete this blue because you got to put your mind in what the composite operator is doing, and I would do something similar to this that they had over here, where I would bring it up, make it come down a little bit, and bring it more up, and then just drop on them. Okay, so keep that in mind for today. If you got a couple of day trades, you could work one going up, and then once you get to the top, but I don't expect us to break back into this upward trend. I think, if anything, they will use it as a resistance thing to really, you know, make their point that they're going down. But the relief bounce will be, you know, fairly high tier too. So, you know, keep that in mind. Because technically, this would be the top LPS. Well, this would still be part of the UTAD type part of the LPS. And this would be the true LPSY. And then it would just be catastrophic. Yeah, that's what I see today. And I don't know, you know, how long this would take. So it might take the whole day to push up if they do it this way. Or they could just, you know, drop it like I was saying, but with pre-market going up, and I seen like strength in that. Let's just show the pre-market. I don't like it because it messes up my whole screen, but there we go. It's showing red here, but see how it has the green cut. That's a kind of like a reversal type of thing. Now it can still break down, but it's kind of like on the Moxie It says it's finding resistance. So, yeah. And I've just started, well, I've used the Moxie before. I don't really like to use indicators, but this thing has been so choppy and stuff too that it's been really hard to read. So, yeah, anyway, I hope this helps someone out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Have a great morning, and I'll be in the chat here and there.